everyone, my name is Erika Lundgren and I'm one of the social workers at the Home-Based program in Boston, Massachusetts. And today I wanted to talk with you about one of my favorite skills. It's called the TIPP skill and it's part of the Dialectical Behavior Therapy, or DBT for short. The skill that I'm going to talk with you today about is all about using it when you're in a crisis. So using it when your emotions are high and you're feeling that physical response going on in your body. These skills that I'm going to list are all about how can we help lower those emotions and help us get through the crisis without making it worse. So before we begin, let's talk a little about what a crisis is. So a crisis could look different for everyone. A crisis could be something going on externally. So it could be having a heated argument with a loved one or getting into a car accident. It could be something going on internally. Maybe there's a strong urge to use a substance or to self-harm. A crisis could look different for each person, but these skills that I'm going to walk you through will help manage those high emotions that happen during a crisis. So what does TIPP stand for? Well, the T stands for tipping the temperature of our face with cold water. So what you would do is you could use ice packs, you could use a cold washcloth, you could even use frozen peas if you have them, and you'll place them underneath your eyes, right around here on your cheeks. This is a highly sensitive area, and when we use cold, we're actually kicking on our mammalian dive reflex, which is what helps our body calm back down. It sends signals to the brain that the crisis is over, there's no threat, let's bring our body back down. So we notice that when we put cold water or ice packs in this area, that our heart rate starts to decrease, our breathing becomes more regular, our blood pressure starts to lower. There's a lot of ways you can do this, and you might have to get creative. The next one, the I, it stands for intense exercise. So intense exercise is all about doing something that gets your heart rate going. Now, intense exercise, what we don't mean is we're not suggesting you pack a bag, you go to the gym, you get a really good workout in. Now, that might be great for other things, but in a crisis, the best thing that you can do is right in that moment. So if you're in a crisis, can you stop and do 20 jumping jacks? What about some burpees? Maybe you can go outside and do some sprints. Maybe just clenching and unclenching your fist. Whatever it may be for you to bring that heart rate up. The idea is we want to expand some of that stored up energy that happens when we're in a crisis. The next one is paired muscle relaxation. So with paired muscle relaxation, what we're going to do is we're going to pair clenching and unclenching our muscles with breathing. When we tie these two together, we're able to also expend some of that energy and notice the relief in our body when we release that tension. We know that when we're in a crisis or when our stress response is really high, we tend to carry tension in all parts of our bodies. So what we'll do here, we'll do a little practice one. So when we breathe in, we're going to clench our fists really tight, hold them, notice what that tension feels like in your body. And as you breathe out, you can release the muscle tension. So go ahead and do that again. So breathe in, clench those fists really tight, hold it there for a second. Just notice that tension in the body. And as you breathe out, release and let your hands fall back down. So you can do this through multiple different body parts. You can do it clenching your shoulders, tensing up your whole face. You can tense your quads, or you can squeeze your toes really tight. You can also do it work from head to toe or toe to head. The idea behind this is that we really want to notice what that tension feels like and then release it with the out breath. The next part is paced breathing. So paced breathing, the point of this skill is really to focus on belly breath. So breathing in, feeling the belly expand, and then as you breathe out, feeling your stomach release. And we really want to focus on the out breath. So we want to make your exhale often twice as long as your inhale. So practice with me here if you'd like. So take a deep breath in for a count of 2, 3, 4, and pause. And then exhale for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And repeat. So breathe that in for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. And as you exhale, breathe out for a count of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you can, adjust those numbers however seems fit. But really the whole point is to focus on making that exhale twice as long, really focusing on pushing all of that air out. And when we're able to utilize our breath and focusing in on our breath, taking big belly breaths, getting all the air in and then letting all the air out, we're able to bring our system, our whole body system can start to lower. So same with that temperature skill, we're able to lower our heart rate, lower our blood pressure. So that is the TIPP skill summed up. Please use these skills whenever you feel like you're in a crisis or you feel like those emotions are getting really high. This is a great skill to use. You can try multiple ones. The idea is, though, you want to practice this skill when you're not in a crisis, right? We know that when we're in a crisis, sometimes our brain can feel scattered and we can't remember the skills that we've been taught. So practicing these skills before you're in a crisis is a great way to use it. Weave it into your daily schedule. Let us know how it works. Thanks.